everyone, welcome back to another video, and I first want to apologize for ghosting you guys on Friday. I was really tired on Friday, and it's just been a pretty rough couple of days. I've been not getting the greatest sleep. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff at work, which we'll talk about in this video, but I've just been really tired, and Friday I just needed a day to just like breathe and relax and just not have to worry about anything. So I hope you guys will give me a little bit of grace when it comes to that. But yeah, it's been a rough couple of days, rough like almost a whole week, but yeah. So for today's video, we are going to be doing another OMG Mondays video, and today's theme is retail stories, specifically self-checkout. And I also will be doing a little bit of a rant about work, and just basically me complaining about work to you guys in front of the camera and on microphone. So if you guys will allow me to do that, let's get this started. So yeah, so I have a couple of stories here all about self-checkout. So yeah, so let's get this story out of the way. Alright, so this one is basically summing up my whole experience with self-checkout so far, especially with old people. Let me get adjusted and let's get started. And also, I need to get a new chair. My chair is way too squeaky. So, background, I work at a warehouse type store where you need a membership card to shop. I just got my override card, and today was my first day training at the self-checkout registers. This is kind of like a text thread mixed in with a little bit of like context and things. So, just making sure you guys know. And I also have some water here, just to cleanse the palate. Alright, so I'm straightening up a few displays while it's quiet when I hear a man. Can you help us? He's with his wife and kid. I walk over, assuming they need to void an item, check a coupon, etc. What do you need? What do we do? The self-checkout registers are motion activated. When you walk up, the screen turns on and a voice says, "Welcome to the store. Please scan your membership." It's not exactly rocket science. Okay, so please scan your membership. His wife is holding the card. I back up so they can get to the scanner. Can you just do it for me? I decide that it's so quiet in the store that it's not worth an argument, so I scan the card. I had been somewhat bored anyway, just standing around waiting for a customer to help. I also end up scanning their 5 items. To be fair, 4 of the 5 items were oversized, which employees can scan with the wireless hand scanners anyway. The store doesn't have wired scan guns at self-checkout. Each tin has a wireless one that can be used on big items. It's time to pay. Me. Touch, finish, and pay when you're ready. M gives me somewhat of blank stare. I touch it, then I click cash. Surprisingly, M doesn't make me put the money into the slot. The receipt prints. M, is that my receipt? Me face palming internally. Yes, it is. Have a great day. I really don't get it, people. It's called self-checkout for a reason. If they wanted someone to do everything, they should have just gone to one of the open manned registers, right? Alright, so I have dealt with this a lot before, so let me paint you a picture of what a normal Kohl's self-checkout is like. So there's a little cube thing. There is a big screen, the small little touchpad, the small scanner thing that would do your card and all the stuff you have to do, like the payment thing. And we only take card, Kohl's card, credit card, debit card, gift card, Kohl's cash, anything. It just can't be cash. And then we have on the bottom, we have our just little locked thing where all the little mechanisms of the things are in some bags. And then we have our section where we have our where we put all our hangers. And then we have our section to where all the bags and all our impulse stuff is. always says on there, scan and start. Scan items or coupons to start. And literally the first thing that people always try to do is take off the scanner from the handle. And I always tell them, oh, the thing doesn't come off. They try to take it off and all that. It's just like, I understand some places have wireless, but if you see the wire on the thing and if it's not coming off, then it probably doesn't come off. Then while I'm working, while like I'm helping like registers, if it's like pretty busy, I'll hear like loud like talks of like, hey sir, it says wait for cashier, but there's no cashier over here. So like the thing is, like on the screen where like all the items are, there is on the bottom a huge oval button that says pay with your total on it. And then when you press it, it has all the options of payment methods from card, Kohl's card, gift card, whatever. And that's what I tell them. But then they're like, I already did my card, like it's not doing anything else. And I'm like, well, you have to press the button of the thing that you used before. And they're like, oh, it's so confusing. Why does it have to be so confusing? When it's like, use your brain a little bit. Use your brain. But also, like, I help people at self-checkout. I do it for them just to make it quicker. And also because of just like, they make me kind of do it because like, it's like self-checkout, but it's basically sometimes like just a regular register, but the people are just kind of a little too close to each other. And like if someone has help, I'll like come up to them and they'll be like, oh, do you need any help? And they'll be like because they always pay attention to the little screen where they put their card in and stuff. It always says like, oh, processing, waiting for cashier. Like, why does it say waiting for cashier? And I'm just like, you don't need to pay attention to that screen, pay attention to this screen. What does it look like it's trying to tell you to do? And then also they think their total is like the thing they just scanned. Like, there's like the screen that has like the list of all the items that's on it. But then there's also like on the bottom part where the pay button is, it's where your total is. And it's just like, I understand sometimes it's a little bit confusing, but you got to use your head. Like, especially when I work with old people, there's a lack of critical thinking skills. Like, yeah, I'll help them. Like, I like to help with like retention and stuff. Like, I will help them at self-checkout. I will do it for them if that means I'm able to get an extra person at self-checkout. But it's just been so annoying because like they've been really like trying to keep this self-checkout thing, but it's just like there's a lot of things wrong with this self-checkout. Like, you can't look up your card, you can't use cash, you can't like do payments on there. And I'm just like and also I wasn't even supposed to be on self-checkout. It was just they put me on self-checkout because they literally started it. It was just like, it's so annoying. But yeah, so now I'm done with that story. Let's do another one. Alright, this one's titled The Frustrating Part of Self-Checkout. So this one just says, watching the most frustrating part about self-checkout is watching people come so close to getting it right and then effing it all up at the last possible second. Today I watched a man hit item lookup. So far so good. He didn't even push the phone number entry button. So for you, if you don't have your rewards card with you and try to type the produce codes there like most people, he found the sticker on his apples and typed in the right code, and he knew to set them on the scanner to be weighed. I was overjoyed watching from a distance, so proud for the first customer of the day to get it right. He has his finger hovering over done, a giant green button with a green check mark on it. He hesitated. I held my breath. The man hit cancel immediately. My head started screaming about there being a weight on the scanner, and he called me over demanding why his apples didn't ring up. And there's just like a funny emoticon sad face on him. Yeah, people, it's just like what I said before, people get so close, but at the last possible second they like F it up. But also, sometimes just it's the machines that mess up. Like, sometimes you'll get this little, like, thing on the top that says, like, oh, cancel, void, or retry, and it won't let us retry. It tells us to void, and we have to void and we do it all over again. And it's just like, ugh. Like, I love self-checkout when it's, like, me, but when I have to work it, it's so annoying having to deal with it. And, like, I just wish we never got self-checkout in the first place. I wish I was just a regular registered person. Alright, this is gonna be my final story. This one is a kind of a long one. Alright, so machines are taking over is the title in quotation marks. Alright, for some context, I work at a store where it only has self-cards, self-checkouts, and cash can be paid, but only when you ask us to help. Counter is usually closed, and we're planning on changing to cash and card self-checkouts in a month. My main job is to watch customers pay the money because we don't have those scanners that beeps when the customers shoplift. Help customers who have issues with self-checkout machines and clean and maintain our own areas in the store. There was a customer, an old lady, with at least 50 items with her. I asked if she needed any help, but instead went on a rant talking about how annoying the machines were and that the staff weren't needed anymore because self-checkout machines were taking over. She also told me to go away before she began to scan her items. I just thought she was rude and annoying, so I left. When she was busy scanning her items, I noticed that one of the items had a promotion, 2 for usual price of 1. So I told her that, and guess what? Another rant about how she didn't need help from the staff and she could handle it herself because she was capable enough to use self-checkout and the self-checkout was smarter than us. That kind of rubbish. I shrugged and left again, but my supervisor saw this and asked what happened, so I explained the situation, told me to ignore her when she faced any issue with the promo, and my sweet karma came when the machine decided not to let her pay. Basically, the self-checkouts are incredibly sensitive. If you have a promo at one price, the machine will not let you proceed on the checkout unless you have 2 of the same item. It would have worked fine if she decided just to get one of the other item, but she was adamant on removing it, which is something only staff can do because of the barcode only we have behind our name tags. So she had to ask the staff for help just to remove it, and I ignored her as I watched her struggle with the machine. My coworker who had helped her was really mad when I told her this story because she would have made the customer wait longer just to teach her a lesson on the respect edit. Forgot to mention that the card and the cash self-checkouts also follow the same 2 for 1 promo thing because it's a part of the programming. Yeah, like dealing with, like, the other day, I had a lady who go on this whole rant with, like, every single person in line being like, I asked her, like, oh, would you like to try self-checkout today? Because, like, that's my whole spiel I have to do. And she was like, no, I don't want to use self-checkout. They take away people's jobs. And I wish we could just get our own employee discount for using self-checkout. Like, am I right? We should really be getting a discount for using self-checkout. They're really getting rid of people's jobs. And, like, I'm surprised I haven't gotten any people being telling me, like, why can't you just work at a regular machine? And I'm like, well, this is where I work. And it's just like, self-checkout is, I feel like self-checkout is a pretty new thing. It's not like it's been there forever. Like, I feel like maybe, I don't know when the bird, like, let me look up. Alright, so it has been kind of that long ago, so let me see. So, the first self-service checkout, this is the first thing on Google. The first self-service checkout machines, then called automated checkout machines, or ACM, were set up in a Kroger store in Atlanta in July 1986. One of the hottest innovations in retail had been born. So, 1986. So, it's been a while, and people say, oh, it's so new, machines are taking over. It's been around since, oh, I should really use that as, like, well, self-checkout's been invented since the 80s. So, I don't really think it's been that long. I really feel like it's been quite a while for self-checkouts to be around. So, But like also I went to, well, it's a Rouse, but it's like Kroger. But I've been like, I've done multiple different self-checkouts, and it's just like some are hit, some are miss. I feel like my favorite self-checkout is probably from Target. I feel like Target has like the best self-checkout ever. And I think my least favorite one is from this grocery store called like Safe Mart. They're like, things are so sensitive, and also I've just never really used my own self-checkout, but with the amount of people times I've helped people, I've basically done it myself a lot. So yeah. So now I kind of want to go on my own little rant before I let you guys go. So work has been really struggling. Like, I used to really enjoy this job. Like, it was my first retail job and I was so excited. But like, once it was like January and like the holidays were over, I think just like once the dust settled, I kind of just grew to not really like this job anymore. I'm just like, they have been so gung-ho about like Coles guards and stuff. Like, when I started, it wasn't that bad. Maybe it was just because I was new, but now they're like so like, once we started like our new fiscal year, we haven't been getting our goals as greatly. But like, it's also because people don't want to sign up for a Coles guard. Like, what is the problem? Like, if I ask every single freaking person, like, I want to like do a like experiment where like I ask, like, I should be asking every single person, but like I'll ask every single person I check out, and it's just like, and then they'll just be like, oh, what's your technique? Is like, people don't want a Kohl's card. Like, people don't want to pay for another credit card. Everything's already so expensive anyway, and people don't really want to be relying on credit cards anymore. So I really feel like I kind of just like outgrown this job. Not really outgrown. I think I'm just kind of done with this job. I hate, like, I literally had a manager today be like, I hate micromanaging people, when literally you've been every single person, especially even like you, have been micromanaging every single thing I do. Every single thing I do. And it's been so annoying. Like, I understand, like, yeah, like, it's part of your job, but like, what do you expect me to do? Like, people don't want to pay for a Kohl's card, or literally every single person that I like, I'll have like a large string of people who just have a Kohl's card and they use it. It's just like, or like a rewards, or like even just a survey. I feel like, and it's just been so stressful because there's been so many new rules. Like, at self-checkout, we're not allowed to have like big bags at the register. We have to grab them from another register, because we have like our regular size bags, and then we have like our big bags, and we have to literally grab them. And then also, we can't take shopping carts and fill them up with our go bags so we can take them around, because I guess the district manager didn't like that. But I'm like, well, the district manager tried to take a full handful of things after a busy day and try to make sure you get out at a reasonable time. Try that. Because literally, I've had days where it's been like so busy, especially now because it's been our 50% off like clearance sale, and I'll have like large amounts of like 500s or like go backs and things like that, and like I can only hold what I can hold with these two hands. I can't carry so much stuff, and I don't want to have to be going back and forth. Like, if it's like slow, then yeah, I'll like go put away some stuff. But if it's like so busy and I'm like piling up a bunch of stuff, like during the holidays, I had to put away as much stuff as I could. But like, I can't just be like going back and forth. And I've just had managers keep telling me, fine, I'll just take a little bit during like slow times. There haven't been any slow times. If there were slow times, I would not have as much stuff as I would have. But there have not been a lot of slow times lately. Like, we've had coupons, we've had sales and things like that. It's just been so annoying. And I think I'm just over this job. I'm already starting to look for new jobs and things like that. But we'll see how that works out. And I'm getting paid for this next job, and YouTube's starting to pay. Well, I haven't got my first payout yet, but once YouTube starts to I'm not quitting my job and just doing YouTube, definitely not. But I just kind of want to look for a new job. Maybe go back to fast food. Maybe do something else. Maybe do more office work, something like that. I don't know. Maybe go back to school for makeup artists, or be a makeup artist for something. I don't know. I just really I feel like I kind of outgrown this job, and I really just kind of want to go. I think this is the longest I've been in a job, so far. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much. Okay. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to comment, and subscribe, and follow both my makeup and my ASMR Instagram down in the doobly doo. I know I haven't really been uploading on both of them lately. I've just been working stuff. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a nice and safe day. Bye.